That's the day everything changes. Not the day you hope, not the day you wish, not even the day you pray for something different. It's the day you decide, and that's a rare day. Most people drift for years, sometimes decades, waiting for something to shift outside of themselves. They say, if only circumstances were different, if only the company would give me a break, if only the economy would turn, if only my spouse understood, if only my boss cared. But nothing happens. The calendar flips, birthdays come and go, and yet the story stays the same. Why? Because nothing truly changes until a decision is made. Not a preference, not a passing desire, a real decision. See, the word decide comes from the same root as homicide, suicide. It means to cut off. The day you decide, you cut off every other possibility but the one you choose. The bridges are burned, the boats are gone. You say, this is it, no more going back. I remember years ago sitting in a small apartment, looking around at the bills on the table, the stack of empty promises made to myself, and thinking, enough. This is not the life I imagined. That's the moment. Not a big announcement, not a parade, just a quiet, private decision. But from that moment, everything else changes. One decision ends 1,000 bad habits. One decision can rewrite years of wandering. The past becomes a lesson, not a sentence. People sometimes wait for a bolt of lightning, a sign, some external push. But the greatest change never starts on the outside. It begins the day someone stands up inside themselves and says, I'm done drifting. Today is the day I turn it around. That's the start of a new life. Not the wishing for things to get better, but the deciding they will. Not someday, today. You know, the world doesn't respond to intentions. It responds to resolve. The marketplace, your family, your friends, they can all feel it when you've truly decided. Not when you say it, but when you show it. You carry yourself differently. There's an intensity in your voice, a focus in your actions. The indecision melts away, and the new path becomes clear. Not because it's easy, but because it's finally chosen. If you look back at your own life, you'll see those moments. The day you quit that habit, the day you walked out of that job or relationship, the day you said, enough is enough. Those are the pivots. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes it's a whisper in the middle of the night. Sometimes it's a word to a friend. Sometimes it's just a look in the mirror. But you know it, and the people around you know it too. That's the power of a real decision. So ask yourself, has that day come yet? Has the real decision been made? If not, maybe today is the day. Not another wish, not another excuse. The turning point isn't out there somewhere. It's here, in the moment, when you decide that the story changes now. Not when circumstances get better, not when someone else steps in, but when you draw the line and step over it. The day you turn it around isn't on the calendar. It's in your hands. It happens the instant you say, this is it. No more drifting. From this day, everything changes because I've decided it will. Now let's be honest about how real change begins. Inspiration is wonderful. It'll get you out of bed in the morning. It'll give you a burst of energy now and then. But I'm telling you, the day you really turn your life around usually isn't the day you feel inspired. It's the day you feel fed up. Not just a little uncomfortable, not just a little dissatisfied. It's the day the pain of where you are finally outweighs the fear of what comes next. People think growth begins with a sunrise and a smile. Most of the time, it starts with a knot in the stomach and a sleepless night. You stare at the ceiling thinking, how did I get here? How long have I been putting up with this? You start to feel it, deep frustration, real anger at the wasted time, the wasted potential. That's when the door to change swings open. See, life has a way of getting your attention. Sometimes gently, sometimes with a jolt. The pain is a messenger. It says, you were not meant for this mediocrity. You weren't put here just to pay the bills and drift along half awake, half alive. There comes a moment when the discomfort of staying the same becomes worse than the effort it takes to change. That's when people move. That's when people act. Maybe you felt it. The job you thought was going to be your future, now it feels like a cage. The relationships that once brought you joy, now just go through the motions. The clothes fit a little tighter, the wallet a little thinner, the dreams a little more distant. You get tired of your own excuses. You get tired of explaining why it hasn't happened for you yet. And then one day, the pain is just too much. Don't shy away from it. Don't mask it with distractions. Don't numb it with television or food or the latest gadget. Face it. Let that frustration burn just long enough to push you off the ledge of comfort. That pain is trying to teach you something vital. You are meant for more, but only if you're willing to reach for it. A turning point in life isn't just about knowing what you want. It's about feeling the ache of what you've settled for. It's about admitting that the cost of staying the same is simply too high. And it's different for everyone. For one person, it's the look in their child's eyes when they break a promise. For another, it's a doctor's warning. For someone else, it's that last bounce check or one more year wasted. Whatever it is, let it sting. Let it push you. Because here's the truth. Nothing changes until you say, I've had enough. Not, I wish things were better, but I can't take another day like this. That's the seed of every turnaround. The decision isn't made in a moment of comfort. It's forged in the fire of frustration. You don't run from pain. You use it as a lever to move your life in a new direction. So the next time you feel that ache, that burning sense of this isn't it, don't bury it. Listen, that's the starting gun. That's the day you look in the mirror and decide that pain has done its work. From now on, let every bit of discomfort remind you you're on the edge of a breakthrough. Let it be the fuel, not the anchor. The day you turn it around doesn't begin with a smile. It begins with a grimace, a wince, and finally a roar. Enough. That's when the world begins to shift, because you have. Now let's get to the real engine of change, philosophy. Because once you've made the decision, once you've felt the pain and said, enough, you have to ask, what comes next? That's where most people stumble. They get fired up, they get emotional, but if the philosophy doesn't change, nothing else will. See, your life is built on your philosophy, your beliefs about work, about money, about time, about your own value. Results are not accidental. They're the fruit of your philosophy. If the fruit isn't right, you've got to look at the root. So, how have you been thinking? What ideas have you bought into without even realizing it? I learned a long time ago, if you want to change your life, you have to change your mind first. That's where the real shift begins. A poor philosophy around work will have you hating Mondays and dreading Fridays. But a new philosophy says, this is my craft, my chance to bring value. Suddenly, every hour is an investment. Same job, new approach. When your thinking shifts, everything else follows. What about money? If you see money as an enemy, it'll always run from you. But if you see it as a tool, a servant, it'll go to work for you. It all starts with how you think about it. Then there's time. Some people kill time, others invest it. Same 24 hours, different results. What is your philosophy about your own potential? Do you talk yourself down or do you talk yourself up? Are you letting the world write your script, or are you holding the pen? These are not small questions. They shape every decision, every habit, every outcome. When I started asking better questions, when I started challenging the ideas I had picked up over the years, that's when the turnaround began. I realized I could trade in my old philosophy for a better one. Instead of thinking, I can't, I started asking, how could I? Instead of saying, that's not for people like me, I began to ask, what if it is? I stopped blaming the economy, the weather, my background, and started upgrading my thinking. You can't have a new life with the same old mind. The good news? Philosophy is not set in stone. It can be examined, challenged, and improved. Read the books, listen to the voices of wisdom, and most of all, keep asking why. Why do I think this way about work? About money? About myself? If you don't like the answer, you have the power to change it. So don't wait to upgrade your philosophy. Don't just get emotional, get thoughtful. Don't just react, reflect. If the life you want is built on a foundation, make sure that foundation is solid. Make sure the ideas you're living by are worthy of the life you want to build. Because when you change the way you think, you open the door for everything else to change too. Your future doesn't start with circumstances. It starts with philosophy. The decision is the ignition, but philosophy is the engine. Once that's running right, the road ahead gets brighter, wider, and full of possibility. Now we come to a crossroads that everyone faces: responsibility. The day you turn it around is the day you stop waiting for someone else to do it for you. No more blaming, no more finger pointing, no more waiting for the cavalry. That day, you reclaim your life by accepting complete ownership. It's a sobering moment, isn't it? For a while, it feels good to blame circumstances, to blame the boss, to blame the government, or even the weather. It takes the pressure off. But here's what you discover. Every time you give away responsibility, you give away power. You trade your ability to change for a momentary excuse. And excuses are cheap. Power is priceless. Responsibility is not a burden. It's the greatest privilege you have. It means the outcome belongs to you. The credit, the correction, the lessons, they're all yours. That's where change is born. The turnaround comes when you look in the mirror and say, if it's going to change, it's up to me. If it's going to get better, I'll be the one to make it happen. There was a time in my own life when I wanted to blame everything and everyone for my situation. Too many bills, not enough income, too little time, not enough support. I could have spent a lifetime building a case, but one day I realized the case was costing me my future. Blame chains you to the past. Responsibility frees you to create the future. The moment you stop waiting for someone else to rescue you, you become the rescuer. The moment you stop expecting a break and start becoming the break, everything shifts. You stop saying somebody ought to do something and you realize that somebody is me. It doesn't mean you control everything. Life throws curveballs, setbacks, and surprises. But what you do control is your response. That's where your real power lives. Responsibility is the ability to respond, not with excuses, but with action. It's not about perfection, it's about ownership. Even if you didn't cause it, you can choose how you handle it. This is not a popular message. Most people are looking for an easier answer. But I'm telling you, the best lives are built by people who take ownership of both the victories and the defeats. If it goes well, learn from it. If it falls apart, own it, fix it, and grow from it. That's how you earn the confidence to tackle bigger dreams. When you reclaim responsibility, you stop drifting. You become the captain of the ship. The winds will blow, the seas will rise, but you're holding the wheel. The day you turn it around is the day you quit outsourcing your destiny. From that day forward, you live on your own terms. Not at the mercy of the economy, not at the mercy of the news, not at the mercy of anyone's opinion. So if you've been waiting for someone to show up and fix it, you're going to have to come to the realization that someone is you. Pick up the pen, write the next chapter, take the next step. And when you do, you find out the truth. No one can do it for you, but you can do it for yourself. Ownership is where transformation begins. Take it, use it, and build something you're proud of. The day you reclaim responsibility, you reclaim your future. Now, for most people, here's what keeps the turnaround alive. Discipline. Emotion gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. How many times have you felt the surge of motivation, the excitement of a new beginning? You promise yourself, this time it will be different. And it is for a week, maybe two. Then the old habits slip back in and the fire fades. That's why discipline matters. Discipline is the bridge between decision and achievement. It's the daily practice of doing what needs to be done, even when the feeling has faded. Anyone can start. Few are willing to finish. But the difference between a fleeting change and a lasting transformation is discipline. When you build discipline into your life, you stack up small victories. It's not about giant leaps. It's about steady steps. You wake up a little earlier. You save a little more. You read another chapter. Make another call. Take another walk. Each act, small by itself, compounds over time. Soon enough, you look back and realize you're living in the harvest of seeds you planted with discipline. I remember making promises to myself, then breaking them. It hurt. But the day I decided to keep even the smallest promise was the day I started to trust myself again. That's where discipline begins. Not with grand gestures, but with tiny commitments kept. You brush your teeth, you write in your journal, you turn off the television and pick up a book, over and over, until it becomes who you are. Some people wait for the mood to strike, but discipline says, do it anyway. Don't negotiate with the alarm clock. Don't argue with your goals. If you want the reward, pay the price. Not once, but every day. That's how you build a new identity. That's how the turnaround becomes real. You see, discipline is the backbone of character. It's easy to do what's right when it's easy. The real test is when no one's watching, when you're tired, when excuses start knocking. That's the moment discipline steps up. You say, I made a promise to myself and I intend to keep it. Now, don't confuse discipline with punishment. Discipline is a gift. It frees you from regret, from the shame of another broken promise. It's not about living a rigid life. It's about living a life you're proud of. You choose your pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One weighs ounces, the other tons. So, let's be practical. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Pick one thing and stick to it. Build the muscle of discipline. Soon, you'll find the process gets easier. The resistance fades, the habits stick, and momentum builds. When you look at those who have turned their lives around, you'll notice it's not luck or talent that separates them. It's discipline. The willingness to do what others won't, to keep moving forward when motivation is long gone. The day you turn it around is the day you say, no more excuses. From now on, discipline is the new standard. Remember, emotion starts the engine, but discipline drives the miles. Build the bridge, walk it daily, and before long, you find yourself living on the other side. A new life, built one disciplined act at a time. But here's what we cannot afford to overlook: the power of associations. The day you turn your life around, you'll notice something else has to change. Your environment, the people you spend time with, the voices you let into your mind, the standards you allow to shape your decisions. It all matters more than you think. You can't plant new seeds in old soil and expect a different crop. If you want a new direction, you need a new environment. Take a look at who you're spending your days with. Are they cheering you on or holding you back? Are they expanding your thinking or narrowing your dreams? Sometimes the people who care about you the most are the ones most afraid to see you grow, because your growth reminds them of what they've neglected in themselves. It doesn't make them bad people, just the wrong partners for the next leg of your journey. Some people will try to keep you where you are because that's where they feel safe. Others will stretch you, challenge you, encourage you to become more than you are today. That's the environment you need when you decide to turn things around. Years ago, I found myself surrounded by folks who saw the world through a lens of limitation. Every idea was met with a reason it wouldn't work. Every goal was greeted with a warning. You can't prosper here, they'd say. This is all there is. Don't expect too much. I realized if I didn't change my environment would change me. I had to go searching for new conversations, new examples, new energy. Sometimes it means letting go, at least for a season. Not out of anger or judgment, but out of commitment to your own growth. Protect your dreams like a precious seed. Seek out those who have done what you want to do. Let their stories become the wind in your sails. Listen more to those who have fruit on the tree, less to those who only have opinions. Now, changing associations doesn't mean cutting everyone off or turning your back on your family. It means becoming intentional about where you get your input. It means spending more time with people who live at the level you aspire to, and less with those content to stay put. If you want to soar, you can't spend your days with people determined to crawl. Remember, environment is stronger than willpower. You can have the best intentions, but if your daily life is filled with negativity, doubt, and mediocrity, it'll wear you down. Get around people who remind you of your strengths, not your weaknesses. People who see your future, not just your past. The world is full of people willing to help if you look for them. So ask yourself, who's in my circle? Who am I listening to? Who's shaping my standards and my vision? If you don't like the answers, it's time to start making changes. You can love people from a distance. You can appreciate them for what they've meant in your life. But your future depends on the company you keep. When you turn your life around, your new direction requires new associations. Surround yourself with excellence, and excellence becomes possible for you. Change the people you listen to, and you change the person you become. Now, after you've made the decision, felt the pain, upgraded your philosophy, taken responsibility, developed discipline, and changed your associations, what comes next? You need a target. You need goals that pull you forward, not just away from the old, but toward the new. The day you turn it around, you discover the power of a clear, urgent goal. A goal is not just something to write in a notebook. A real goal is a declaration that the future will be different because you are going to make it happen. The clearer your goals, the greater your chances of turning your life around for good. Vague intentions bring vague results. But when you define exactly what you want and why you want it, the whole world seems to bend a little in your direction. When I started setting serious goals, everything shifted. I wasn't just wandering through my days hoping things would improve. I was driven by a vision. I remember the first time I sat down with a blank piece of paper and asked, what do I really want? Not what do I think I can get, not what do other people expect of me, but what would excite me, challenge me, and forced me to grow. The answers weren't easy at first. They took time, thought, and a willingness to dream bigger than my circumstances. Goals have a way of waking up something inside you. They demand clarity. They ask you to be honest. What do you want your health to look like? What do you want your relationships to feel like? What kind of work do you want to do? And what kind of life do you want to live? These are not questions for someday. These are questions for today. Once you set your sights, urgency becomes your new companion. You stop waiting for perfect timing, and you start taking steps now. Every action becomes proof of your new purpose. You make the phone call, you enroll in the class, you write the letter, you set aside the money. Each small win builds momentum. The path gets clearer as you walk it. Goals give you a reason to keep going when the old patterns call you back. They remind you why you started this journey in the first place. Without them, you're just reacting to life. With them, you're creating it. Let your goals stretch you. If they don't challenge your current reality, they won't change your future. Set goals that make you a little nervous. If you already know how to reach them, they're not big enough. The process of pursuing them will force you to become more than you are. That's the real gift. So make your goals official. Write them down. Speak them out loud. Share them with someone who believes in you. Let them become the compass that guides every decision, every sacrifice, every disciplined act. And check them often. Goals are living things. They need your attention, your energy, your belief. The day you turn it around becomes the day you start aiming with purpose. And with every goal achieved, set a new one. Life is not about one finish line. It's about becoming a person who keeps moving them forward. That's how you stay alive, engaged, and growing. Set your goals with urgency and clarity, and let them redefine your direction. The story of your turnaround is written one goal at a time. Now let's talk about what happens after you've set those new goals and started down a different path, momentum. There's nothing quite like it. When you finally get moving in the right direction, it feels as if the wind's at your back. Every small victory builds on the last. And suddenly, you start to believe not just in change, but in yourself. But here's the caution. Momentum is fragile. In the early days, it's like a spark. If you feed it, it becomes a flame. If you neglect it, the wind can blow it out. That's why the time right after you make your decision is so critical. You've broken free from old patterns, but those patterns don't give up easily. They wait for you to drop your guard. They wait for a tired day, a stressful moment, a little success that lulls you back into comfort. You have to guard your new momentum fiercely. Protect your habits like you would guard a precious seedling from a late frost. Don't let the old routines sneak back in and steal the ground you've gained. One careless week can undo a month of progress. One negative conversation can chip away at your confidence. That's why you need routines, reminders, and maybe even a bit of stubbornness. Hold on tight to the new direction until it becomes who you are, not just what you do. Celebrate the small wins. Every day you stick to your plan. Every day you say no to an old habit and yes to a new one. Mark it down. Let those victories stack up. They're your proof that the turnaround is real. If you fall, get up quickly. The old way is always looking for an opening, but you get to choose. You can start again at any moment. Keep your environment aligned with your goals. Keep learning, keep reading, keep listening to the voices that lift you higher. Don't coast. Momentum loves motion, and it's powered by consistency. Don't let one slip turn into a slide. The best way to keep momentum is to make progress every day, even if it's small. Some people get discouraged because they think every day should feel like a breakthrough. That's not how momentum works. Most days, it's quiet. It's a handful of decisions, a few good choices, a routine that's followed. Progress is sometimes invisible, but it's there. Like the roots of a tree, growing deeper, making you stronger, more resilient. You see, every day you live your new habits. You confirm your new direction. It's not a one-time choice. It's the daily act of maintenance that transforms a decision into a lifestyle. Momentum gives you confidence, energy, and belief. But you have to protect it. Don't get complacent. Don't take it for granted. The greatest enemy of momentum is comfort. So make the commitment to maintain what you've started. Keep the promise to yourself. Stay alert. The day you turn it around is only the beginning. The rest is up to you. Guard your progress. And every day will be a confirmation that you are becoming the person you decided to be. How can we take it a step further? The second decision. Most people think the day you turn it around is a one-time event, a single lightning bolt that changes everything. But real change doesn't work that way. The first decision gets you moving, but it's the second decision and the third and the 100th that keeps you moving. Renewal is not a one-day affair. It's a daily commitment. You see, the world is full of people who decided once. They got excited, they set goals, they changed a few habits, and then life got busy. The distractions crept in. Old routines knocked at the door. Before they knew it, the momentum faded and they found themselves right back where they started. Why? Because they forgot the second decision. Every morning brings a new chance to choose progress. The second decision is about waking up and saying, today I choose the new direction again. Today, I keep the promise I made to myself. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. Success is built on the courage to renew your commitment day after day. It's easy to decide when you feel inspired, when the pain is fresh, or the vision is vivid. But what about the days when it feels ordinary? What about the days when no one is watching, when no one is cheering you on? That's when the second decision matters most. It's the quiet choice to keep going when the excitement is gone. It's the willingness to begin again, no matter how many times you have to. I've had to make the second decision more times than I can count. There were mornings when the old doubts came creeping back, when the challenges seemed too much, when the results weren't coming as quickly as I hoped. On those days, I had to remind myself, you already turned it around. Now don't turn back. Progress isn't measured by perfection. It's measured by persistence. Let each day be a new vote for the person you're becoming. Don't let a bad day turn into a bad week or a bad week into a lost year. If you fall, stand up. If you drift, realign. The discipline of renewal is what separates those who experience lasting change from those who only taste it for a moment. So as you move forward, remember, the first decision is your turning point, but the second decision is your anchor. Every morning is a blank slate. Every sunrise is a new invitation to choose growth, to choose progress, to choose the life you want. Make that second decision over and over, and the turnaround becomes your new normal. Your future isn't determined by the day you started. It's written in the days you decided to keep going. And then comes the true test, the test of time. The day you turn it around is powerful, but what really counts is what you do with the years that follow. Turning a moment of change into a lifetime of mastery. That's the real challenge. It's not what happens in a single day, but what you build over the seasons, through the ups and downs. That tells the true story. Anyone can have a breakthrough moment. Anyone can declare, this is it. But the world doesn't give out rewards for good intentions or single decisions. The rewards go to those who endure, those who persist, those who take the first decision and repeat it for a decade or more. Endurance, showing up day after day, year after year. That's what turns the day you turn it around into a life that stands the test of time. There will be seasons when the initial excitement fades. There will be years when the world seems to move slower than your dreams. There will be storms, losses, disappointments, things that try to knock you back to the old way. This is where you separate the amateurs from the masters. The amateur starts strong, but fades when the going gets tough. The master keeps showing up, keeps working the plan, keeps the promises, long after the mood is gone. Some years will be bountiful, others will be lean. Some goals will come easily, others will take longer than you thought possible. But the day you turn it around, you're not promising perfection. You're promising persistence. The real power of that promise shows up not in a moment, but in a decade. It's the discipline, the responsibility, the new philosophy, the right associations, the urgency of your goals, all working together day after day, season after season. When you look back after 10 years, you see what you've really become. You see the fruit of small, steady acts of discipline. You see the value of holding on to your new habits, protecting your momentum, making that second decision each and every day. You see how the world changes, not in an instant, but through compounding effort. The test of time is the ultimate test. Don't get discouraged if your progress feels slow. Don't measure your life by the intensity of a single day. Measure it by the strength of your consistency. The grandest oak in the forest started as a seed planted and nurtured day after day, year after year. The power is in persistence. The day you turn it around is just the beginning. Your destiny is determined not by that single day, but by the decade that follows. Stay the course, endure the tests, and you'll become the master of your own life story.